What's it say about Vu and Ryan being able to come in, tough, tight, pinch hit, and make
Yeah.
it back?
Yeah, we mentioned that to the team. Just says a lot in their preparation, says a lot about their character. Obviously says they're competing. You know, they know they're going to get an opportunity, and they were ready when their name was called to come off the bench. And two really big at bats to me, like through the game. It's just very few amateurs can really come off the bench and hit like that. And those two guys kind of showed they both had some experience with it last year. I think they used that.
Have you ever been part of a game where you've had 6 errors on your team and still come out with a W?
I really hadn't been counting them, so I don't know. I have no idea, but I'm sure I have.
What can you say about the bullpen coach? I mean, up and down, coming out and battling, and particularly Beckel and Bravo.
Yeah, thought Beckel threw the ball really good. Thought Crowley got us out of a jam there early on, and Damian's got a chance to. He threw the ball really good. Definitely has an out pitch there. Very competitive, very athletic, and a lot like a lot of those guys. Just baseball player with a good arm, and it's nice to have on the mound because they can do some things besides just throw the ball.
What role can Bravo play position-wise?
You know, when he committed here, he was a 5'9", maybe 5'8" second baseman. He's grown up a little bit, so he's probably a corner guy at first or an outfield.
Well,
And
'cause
pitcher.
I think I saw him listed at 5'9". What is he now?
He's taller than that. He's probably 6'1", I would say.
Coach, how's Washburn's process been at the plate? He's had some struggles, maybe with some batted ball luck.
Yeah, I mean, I think Owen's probably pressing a little bit. You probably hit the nail on the head. I mean, he's probably not sticking with that process very good, and probably going up there trying to get results, and that's very hard for baseball players when you do that. And really, all you can do is go pitch to pitch and play that way. And at the same time, Owen's always hit, and he will. And he's a kid knows the strike zone and very competitive. Has become a good right fielder, and he'll be just fine.
What do you thought of Cash's first weekend as a Red Raider?
Yeah, definitely an impact guy, and had a good weekend. I was kind of kicking myself for, running for him. Who would have thought he gets 2 more at bats? I think that spot came up 2 more times, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe just once, and just one more time. And I thought he had a good weekend and moved on the right pitch for the most part.
How impressive has he been in the field as well? How important
He
is that?
works really hard at it. Probably the biggest thing with this whole group is they've just shown up and done what you need to do to prepare to get ready. Not going to be perfect by any means, but he's trying to become a really good defender and a really good hitter. I think he knows that you got to show up and do that each day and show up and earn it.
He has to throw 3 more walks and 2 more hits a day. Just
Yeah.
Although in the 9th, he doesn't get the bump down, but still gets it, and then goes ahead.
Right,
It's a
right.
single.
He got him moved up, right? And he's a guy that just talking to him, I think he'd probably rather just straight sack right there instead of drag. Guys are different that way, and he's disappointed himself he didn't get the bunt down. But really professional at bats, knows the strike zone, and is doing a good job with that.
Ask those guys in here earlier if there's anything said in the 9th inning about you need to score now or it could be a tie game with it.
No, the guys didn't even know the time deal. And actually, I asked umpire down there, I asked Jason the last inning. I think we had 21 minutes still. And so we were probably going to have 1 extra inning. We were thinking about that. I mean, but that's the worst thing in a baseball game, having to worry about time. It's like, it just doesn't seem normal, but it's on getaway day, it's something we do. And so you knew you kind of needed to throw goose eggs up there. on the 8th and 9th if you could, and give yourself a chance.
The 3 catchers interferences this weekend, they're all on the same batter. Was that just more on the batter, the batter's approach?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to look at it. We really have to look at it. Without watching film, I have no idea. I mean, it's probably a combination, a little bit of both.
Coach, you said earlier this year you were going to see what happens that now playing someone else after scrimmaging so long. After the first 4 games, what have you seen from this team, and what are you excited about?
I'm really excited about just, again, the way they're going about their business. They really have a lot of fun preparing. They really like playing baseball, and I think we'll be a group that'll keep trying to get better as the year goes. I think they understand the importance of that.
What did you think of how Parrish threw the ball today?
Well, he's just fine. I really would have liked to seen, without the catcher's interference, in the first. Don't see that very often. 0-0. Sometimes with 2 strikes, it happens more, and so would have really liked to have seen how that would have gone, but I thought it really minimized the damage there in the first inning, made some pitches, and I thought he's got, obviously he's got a chance to be really good.
Was he, how many pitches did you want him to throw today? Was he close to what you?
Probably 50 to 60, 65. He threw 67.
Yeah.
That was one of those back and forth games, but how impressive
Boy.
was it to be able to fall behind 3 different times in the
It's guys kept trying to have good at bats. I really thought against their starter, we hit some balls on the nose and really didn't have much to show for it. Had his pitch count kind of where you needed it, about the 4th, and just needed 1 or 2 good innings there. Going up having tough at bats, and of course he went 4 2/3, so I guess 100 pitches in 4 2/3. So anytime you can do that, no matter what the results are, it's kind of considered a win if you can get the starting pitcher out there. And guys are doing a good job with that, and obviously you can always pick apart different parts of the game and opening weekend. I mean, these guys, we just hadn't had a whole lot of time, and it's going to be a fun group to watch as we move forward, and they kind of get their feet on the ground and build the arms and the legs up where we can really start working.
Was Harrelson single double homer walk today? Did you see from him? I guess obviously everybody knows he's a great prospect. Did you see from him kind of what y'all have been seeing in the ball this weekend?
He probably hadn't hit too many balls out. He's more of a guy that's going to see some pitches and be able to handle the bat, and I think there's going to be power there as as he develops and matures. I tell you, I think he made a really good play on the ball, landed in front of him. And there's a lot of guys that ball goes past, and he kind of got in between. And I don't know that it was a dive to catch, but he committed to dive and kept the ball in front, almost to the guy out at third base. And for a true freshman, I thought he played at a pretty high level for the first weekend, even though, again, year's really young. I mean, we're just getting started. And, he's definitely, it's cool to see him get the bunt down too, early. You're talking about, it's a big part of his game.
All right, who'd like to start us out?
Zach, you didn't get a lot of action this weekend, but you start the winning rally with a line drive shot. What's kind of your approach when you're sitting over there coming in cold?
Well, I'm kind of watching the game, anticipating when I might have a shot at going in, looking at how the game's going, what the momentum's like. When I'm in there, I'm just trying to get a good pitch to hit and help my team win.
Did you go to the cage to take some swings before you came up?
Yeah, I did.
What pitch did you get?
He gave me a fastball, right where I was looking for it, so I was lucky there, but I'm just glad I didn't miss it.
Yeah. Since you were not an everyday player last year, does that help in situations like that?
Yeah, oh yeah, the experience from last year definitely does help. Pinch hitting's not hard, or not easy, sorry. But I think after you do it a while, it gets maybe a little easier with experience.
When you have a big day or a big swing like today, or think about times last year that happened, does it change the shoe rotation?
You know, today it's funny. I was gonna wear my red cleats and I left them at the house, and they would look really good with those uniforms. And I'm kind of upset that I didn't, but it's all right.
I didn't notice what cleats were you wearing.
Oh, just the standard black ones.
Gavin, I mean, how are you feeling, man? You've had it's obviously been a hot start for you, and we've talked a little bit about the journey and stuff, but how are you feeling just coming out and kind of getting off to a start like this?
You know, I'm feeling good. You know, like you said, it's definitely been a journey. It's exciting. It's exciting when you have a lot of team guys around you, like Vu. Vu's one of the nicest guys you ever meet, best team player ever. You know, didn't get a shot, but was ready to go, and I feel like that's how we are as a group, and I feel like it's exciting to pass the bat on to the next guy, to get the next guy out.
What do you think of your weekend as a whole? Like Keith said, I mean, it's a pretty solid start for you in the red and black.
Yeah, of course. I mean, for anybody, it's good, but there's always better. You know, it's not about what's in the past. Those games are in the past, and it's about what I'm going to do next week, and then next week, and then from there on out.
The fact that you're new here, does it help you kind of get your feet on the ground, so to speak, and relax with the productions you had at the plate?
Of course, it's easy to relax when you do good, but it's easy to not relax also. So it's kind of just like being in the middle, not getting too high, not getting too low, just trying to be the same guy every day, no matter what happens.
Go ahead, Don. You're good.
Was anything said in the dugout going into the bottom of the ninth about? I think there was no inning supposed to start after 2:30. So basically, if y'all didn't score there, you're looking at potentially, I guess, tie game.
Oh, no one told us about that.
That's news to us.
I'm glad I got a double then.
For their travel. Yeah. That's right, Rob?
Yes. When it started correct. 2:30.
That would have been a sour week if we
Yeah.
had tied, for sure.
For sure.
This is kind of for both of y'all, maybe you first, Cash, as far as a new guy coming in. What's your take on chemistry of this team? And there's a lot of competition. There's a lot of really good players looking for time on the field. What's that been like?
It's awesome. You know, not every day you come to a new group of guys and everybody accepts you all the time. It's definitely a challenge at first, just readjusting. But, I mean, I got in quick. Everybody was just very welcoming, and it's just it's a really nice sight to see whenever, and no matter me or the freshmen or transfers, everybody was welcomed and with open arms. You know, it's a good feeling.
Zach, what about you? I mean, a guy that saw a previous year here and kind of can compare those cultures. How are things this year?
You know what? I don't want to hype it up too much, but this year we got a good group of fellas. We really do.
You can kind of see it just from our side. You know, it seems like you guys have a good camaraderie together and good chemistry.
Yeah, we do. We like to have fun together. We like to work hard together. We like to do. I think really the biggest thing is doing things off the field with each other, and we really do that a lot. We enjoy it. So.
Gavin, the ball that you hit in the seventh inning, the triple, what did you think off the bat it was going to be?
You never know with this kind of wind. It could have been anything. It could have been a routine pop-up. It could have been what it was. It could have been a home run. You just never know. So I was just going out the box thinking it was just going to be down. So
I'll tell you what, I called a homer before that at bat. And I was a little upset when it didn't go well. But I was glad that it dropped.
How tough was the wind out there today?
You know, being in the infield, it's not as bad. That's a good question with outfielders, because the wind out there, it gets hard, you know, and it's impressive to see people track balls down with this wind.
We've got time for maybe one or two more questions. Or if everyone, you want.
I'll take one. Yeah, obviously you're having a great year. I mean, as we talked about at the beginning, but I'd be curious to hear from you guys. When you look at the team, at your own teammates, who's making you raise your eyebrows? Who are you going, wow, that guy's tearing it up?
I'll tell you what, Damian Bravo today, coming out of the pen in that tough situation as a freshman, it's impressive. You know, not many people can do that, and the stuff that he did out there, it's exciting. It's exciting to see that.
Brandon Beckel too. he came in and shut the door, and that was really what we were looking for. That was a big momentum stopper.
And you can't forget about Zach Vu coming in a tough situation or Ryan Brome coming in a tough situation. Those are pinch hits. It's not easy. It's never easy to pinch hit, and I think them coming off the bench to do that just really shows that they're a team. They're locked in. It's fun.
All right, we'll end it right there. Thank you, fellas.